So sometimes it actually, in my opinion, doesn't make sense to do general notary work. I'm not saying that general notary work is not good to do, but depending on who you are, how much experience you have, and in many cases the circumstances, it doesn't really make sense to do certain general notary work. I'll give you an example. I got a call earlier today from someone in my town when I was out doing signings and running around for my real estate business, and someone wanted me to notarize some sort of healthcare document. I don't know if it was like an advanced healthcare directive. They couldn't really even communicate to me what the document was, which was kind of flag number one. Then they asked me how much I would charge, and I said, well, if I come to you, it would be X. And they said, well, why would you come to me? I said, well, because I'm a mobile notary. And they said, oh, okay. So I told them how much I would charge, and the person said, so you would charge me that just to stamp a document? And I said, yeah, if I'm coming to you, I have to, I have to charge you, right? And then she was like, okay, bye, and kind of hung up. And, I wasn't beat to actually, do that assignment or meet her. And frankly, sometimes when people approach me about general notary work, when I get calls, I do a lot of it, but in some cases, it doesn't make sense, right? I try to help people when and where I can, but I'd be quick to tell somebody, look, I'm going to charge you X. You can go to the UPS store and pay less, right? But if I'm traveling to you, you're benefiting from the convenience of my service. So I have to, I have to charge you, right? But in the same breath, like, I'm not desperate, right? Now, if you're a new notary and you're looking to get some general notary work and some things under your belt, I think it's great to take as many general notary assignments or calls as you can. I think general notary work is great. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes people will call you at a time that's not really convenient, and that kind of happens to me a lot. People will call me at a time that's not convenient. I'm at a signing, on my way to a signing, or I'm booked. I got real estate stuff going on, right? So there's a lot of general notary work that I pass up, because typically when someone calls you, especially from your Google business page, they need something notarized like right away for whatever reason, and I'm not always just sitting around where I can just drop everything and go notarize a document. So I provide people with alternatives if it doesn't make sense for me to do it, right? In some cases it does, in some cases it doesn't. But again, I'm not in a position where like I'm desperate, but I do obviously want to help people out when and where I can. I got another message about somebody wanting me, same day today, somebody wanted me to notarize a car title, a transfer, in the next town over at like 8 or 10 o'clock tonight, something like that, which is it seems a little weird to me. Not weird that someone needs a car title notarized, but why can't you just wait till the morning? At that late, it was just a little suspect, and the way they sent me the message was a little weird. So I'm gonna decline that. I'm not gonna take it. And if it's just a car title, in my opinion, it's not really worth me leaving the house, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And they couldn't even give me an exact time. They gave me this huge range of time. It's like a 2-hour window of time late at night, and I'm not I'm not that into doing that that late, tonight for one document, right? So I don't know. It doesn't always make sense to do general notary work for me. I don't mind it, and I'll take things, when I can, when it makes sense. But obviously everyone has to do what works for them, especially if you're, like I said, if you're a newer notary and you want to get some things under your belt. But you have to be careful too, right? Like, I felt a little leery about someone wanting me to come notarize a document there late at night. And even if I were to take it, I would probably charge a premium, because even on my Google business page, it says my hours are like 8 to 8, right? So you want me to come after 8, then it's gonna be a premium on that. And I made a video about general notary work before, where it can be kind of challenging, in my opinion, to figure out how to charge people. And I don't want to charge people an arm and a leg to notarize one sheet of paper, So if it makes sense, if it doesn't make sense for me to do it, and I need to send them to UPS or to their bank, I'll do it, especially if I don't have time to do it, for a few dollars. It doesn't always make sense, right? That's my point. It doesn't always make sense for me. For you, it might be different. Your circumstances might be different. I'm not downing general notary work in any way, shape, or form. It's a legitimate part of the business of being a notary. I've made videos about it. I've talked about it. I've sung the praises of general notary work. But for me, it doesn't always make sense because of my situation, my schedule. It doesn't always make sense, right? But to each his own. Everyone has the opportunity to do this business the way they want to, and to grow this business for themselves the way they want to. That's the beauty of it, right? But I just kind of wanted to chat with you guys briefly about that. While I love, like I said, I love general notary work, it doesn't always make sense for me personally to take certain general notary calls. But at the end of the day, we're public servants. We're here to help people. So when I can and when it makes sense, I will take those assignments. But it doesn't always make sense. So you have to figure that out for you. But I hope this was helpful or insightful to you, or just kind of gives you a little bit of insight into the way I look at things and the way I think about things. You can take it or leave it, and pull or glean whatever value you want to glean from it. But it is what it is. All right, y'all. See you in the next video. Peace.